Off we go. Hello.
Great.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
Tom. So lovely to welcome you here in this space. I mean, it's not a physical space, but it is a space anyway. I feel, yeah, feel a little bit strange because I didn't like for so long, I didn't record anything like that. I mean, interaction with someone. And I would like to thank you for the willingness to sit and to share your experience here with us.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Mhm. Yeah, maybe to share. Yeah, would you like to share something like a story of Tom or something? Yeah, whatever comes, like the longing for truth, the longing for God, or this, or I don't know how to call it, love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it was it was kind of always there in some ways in the search, like no matter what I was doing in my jobs or previous work or anything like that, there was always like this curiosity and always asking. I was actually always asking like, what is my purpose? Like, what
Mhm.
is the purpose of this? And then it kind of got much more intense in January, I guess 2023.
Mhm.
And it was like, we can't be here to survive a materialistic realm and die. I was like, that can't be it.
Yeah, it sounds really harsh and doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I just started asking a lot more questions and then ended up getting yeah, a whole host of different opportunities to go and experience to just see like what we really are. And
Mm.
um yeah, I mean like in terms of like the story, it was because like there was always a lot of suffering in the mind. Um and like some elements of like physical suffering and a lot of mental suffering
Mm.
um that it kind of came from. And then like yeah, this yearning of like there must be more than this. And yeah, you guys have been like a beautiful part of that process. And
Oh, that's so sweet. It's like the moment you start asking questions or the moment you step on the path, so to speak, I think someone put it like that, and the path appears like it starts shaping and moving and going
mm,
and there. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to thank you for the trust that you, yeah, we met each other in this weekend in some years close to Sète, and then you just jump here, like
yeah.
you just said, okay, I'm coming. Oh, what a journey. Yeah. Uh, did you have any expectations before that, before coming here, or did you expect?
Not, I have to say, not really a lot. Like I don't really tend to have so many expectations about many things anymore. But I think probably like yeah, Lubo had said to me before, he was just like, well, if you do come, like you'll probably never be the same again. And I was just like, yeah, I'd say that feels kind of accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, and also this is at least my experience, but you can share what is for you. The days are flying, were flying, and now they are flying so quick. I mean,
Mm,
you've been there almost, I don't know, 2 weeks or 12, 13 days, I don't know. And it was
yeah,
like that.
yeah, it was so
So
fast.
what happened here?
God, it's like really hard to even like describe. I mean, there was a lot of really beautiful invitations to feel, and like a lot of the kind of mornings would begin with like breath work and then like a either like an exercise or a sort of meditation or a an invitation to like drop into the truth of what we are.
Mm.
And then in some ways, I guess, like poke the bear, like in terms of like where there was anything. Like, I mean, one of the things actually we did in France, which was really resonant and feels in where we met at the first little retreat,
Mhm.
felt like very much like the kind of stimulation to come on and do more. And that was really about going after like really like what it feels like to feel really like whole and just to feel really like held and also just to really um play into the space of if everything is taken care of.
Mm.
And
Beautiful.
then from that place, like what arrives in terms of why the mind says it can't happen. Like that to me was really useful. And then yeah, and then some of the like the kind of slightly you could say like slightly simpler exercises about just about um even choosing like whether we want to answer a question or not.
Yeah,
And we did this
that
really great
that's
exercise about
amazing.
that.
Yeah.
It's like, do I like do like how do we want to reply to the question? But it's like, is there a question actually I even want to answer? And just about like borders and I mean it's yeah, it's hard to describe, but I mean having experienced a lot of different spaces, a lot of different environments, a lot of different
Mm.
like medicines and all kinds of different things. Like it was really amazing how just like whatever needed to come up, like would come up. And then I was just like, I'm just like, let's just do it. Like let's just go. Like let's just go there because
Yeah, I mean, your willingness to just dive like that is contagious. It's just so full on.
yeah, and I guess if we make like a story of it, it's kind of because it came from a place of like wanting to get out of suffering. But now that seemingly like so much has changed, that like let's go. Like it's still like really there and that kind of comes across now in where I teach as well and so sometimes I'm just like, come on, let's go, like to somebody I'm working with as well. And it's just to kind of have to be mindful that other people, like seeming others,
Yeah, yeah,
want to maybe take it a bit more easily. But no, I love jumping in and just playing, yeah. And it was really amazing actually to not really have a um like a set list of things that we were going to go through or
exactly.
that even was really amazing. So we knew that we get up around similar time in the morning and a couple of sessions a day, but it's really amazing actually just to go like I have no idea like what we're going to do.
Yeah, yeah, it feels really good. And I love the way you said, uh, let's jump. Yeah, this is how we help because it's not we which help. Like the help appears,
Mm,
and we just being ourselves or being yeah we being the truth of the experience. This is how we help because this is
mm,
contagious in a way. It's like yeah, I want to jump also. It's not scary.
mm,
When you mentioned the breathing in the morning, and there was something, I think it was one of the last days, or maybe not, I can't remember exactly, but do you remember something about your experience one of the last days in the morning? There was a laughter and crying and laughter and crying and a lot of energy.
mm. Oh, it was so amazing. Yeah, like just doing like the breathing and yeah, there was just like this seeming like oh, I was curious to even like try and remember like what it was, but it was just like this really amazing place of the breath work like stopped and it's almost like the process began
Mm.
and it was like crying, but like it was like nice crying. It's like kind of like a nice crying, which then ended up turning into laughter and then kind of going back to crying and laughter. But it's almost like uh just like an amazing like relief.
Mm.
I think actually probably is the biggest thing. of all is that when we really are coming out of the mind,
Yeah.
the biggest relief is that like none of it was true. Like none of the stories were true. And
Yeah, and you said something like, oh, and actually we can't die. It's just
yeah,
impossible.
yeah.
That,
Oh yeah,
that maybe
yeah, that was then the next day.
oh, really?
That
No,
was the
yeah,
next day.
maybe
Yeah,
I mixed the two experiences.
there was the laughing crying day, which was like, wow, this is really amazing. And then there was like the next day where like, yeah, it was kind of weird. Like it was like, oh my God, like we can't die.
Wow,
And it was
that's
kind of combination of like depressed and ecstatic at the same time. It was kind of weird. So it
Hmm.
was just like, whoa, like because somewhere in the mind, like we always like death is like this like exit route
Yeah, it's like escape.
where we can like, well, if it all goes wrong, like we'll just,
Yeah,
press the button. And
no.
it's just like, no.
Yeah,
So it's still a bit trippy even to like talk about it now because this is like
yeah, but
but
the whole being resonates because it's true. We can't
mm,
die. What we are can't die. What we are is always here, always, never moves anywhere. Like all the seeming movements here and there. Yeah, you can also confirm that from your experience because there is a lot of traveling, but there is something which doesn't move. It
mm.
doesn't move at all. It's just here now and doesn't move. And only pictures are changing, pictures, forms, colors. Yeah, would you like to share? I don't know what. Yeah, something, whatever comes for you right now.
It was just really beautiful to just mm, go into a really deep space, but also like very gently. And I really appreciated the I guess like some of the days like when we had like a morning and well, most of the days we had a morning and evening session and sometimes when the process would sort of tip into like the kind of off time, it was really amazing to just be like, okay, something arrives like in the middle of the day, and you guys were like, let's deal
Let's
with it.
let's
Like,
look at it. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it's not like, oh well,
Let's wait until 7
like
o'clock.
do it later on. It was like really amazing to just be playing around. Like it felt very playful, which I really enjoyed. Like it was nice doing on the beach like with
Hmm.
Lubo or something, and like just doing a process and like drawing in the sand and stuff, and like yeah, just to kind of like although it was like structured, like it felt very like playful, and also I really appreciated everything's always an invitation. I mean, I was like, yeah, let's go, but like it's always there's never any expectation to like do anything.
Yeah, yeah. In a way, retreat never ends. There is this idea that I'm going on a retreat or I'm going somewhere, and when it's finished and that's it. But life goes on, and life is a retreat. I mean,
Mm,
the moment we start, we open that space here, and this is ongoing retreat. And even when it's seemingly finished the end of June, then our kids arrived for a week, and that was again a retreat. You can guess,
mm.
again a retreat. I mean, it never ends. Yeah,
Oh my God, I love the beach there as well so much. Oh, the beach.
in Lisbon, there is probably, but the water is cold, I guess. It's the ocean.
Mm.
So what would you say to someone who is watching that video, wondering, shall I go? shall I go and see what they offer? What is this? Come and live with us. What is this?
Yeah,
Hey.
it's really amazing actually to do something which is also like a kind of a lived in experience. Again, like the way that like I also work as well as a lot of the time I'm like with somebody like all the time. And it's just so amazing to
Mm.
allow like that kind of constant I guess like I mean it's like kind of in a
Transmission.
nice way, that
It's
constant kind of like grinding down that's going
and
on.
yeah, transmission also. I maybe
Yeah,
like yeah, some or resonance.
yeah.
Mm.
But like yeah, going to the market and like going to like eat together and make food together and
Yeah, I'm going to buy some strawberries. Things like
yeah,
that. Like all the time, different things are happening.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd say that if somebody's like thinking about it, I guess it's like really it's like kind of feel into it, but it's like a really beautiful, safe, gentle space that everything is always an invitation to do and
Mm.
um yeah, it was a lot of joy
Mm.
and also very deep, like really like very deep as well. Like I was amazed actually like how again from like a having done like, all kinds of different work backgrounds and stuff and plant medicine and things like that as well and amazing to see how deep you can go
Mm. Without any.
with an exercise which is literally just like looking in each other's eyes. You're like, whoa, like this is kind of wild.
Yeah, because we are the medicine ultimately. What we are is the ultimate medicine, so to speak. Some email arrived. I will put in the description of the video some information about your work or how people can reach you. You reach out if they want.
Sure, there's not a lot out there at the moment, but yeah, I guess there
Or
could be
maybe
an
an email
Instagram or
probably or
something.
something. Email, Instagram, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've got like some kind of website being built, but
Yeah, you mentioned something about that. It's gonna be built when it's gonna be built, and that's it.
yeah. But yeah, honestly, it was like so beautiful to just like spend the time and I would really like to come back again or spend some more time with you guys in some capacity or
Mhm.
another, or I don't know, something together again for sure, because it was
Would love to.
yeah, it was really, really beautiful, really resonant.
Would love to. Mm. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Thank you.